Hey there, this is Robert Kornacki, co-founder leading development of Paima Engine and Tarochi. In this video, we're going to jump straight into understanding and learning about the battle mechanics of Tarochi, which, if you do not know, is a fully on-chain game that is an expansive world that takes the monster battling genre and brings it fully on-chain with a more MMO-esque direction, where the entire global game state of who has which monsters, being able to exchange and trade and potentially sell monsters, all live fully on chain with all monsters existing as unique stateful NFTs. So let's jump right in, and I want to show off the first battles that you will encounter inside of Tarochi. We're right here, as you can see, we're in the starter town of the game. You can explore, and the starting goal of the game is to get out of the town, and to do so, you have to beat your first Tarochi master, which, to unlock that capability, you actually have to go explore the entire town, find these Tarochi apprentices, which we're going to scatter in various spots, and this is just, an initial developer log just showing off the capabilities. And effectively, you'll go get your first experiences, train your monsters on all of these first battles, to then get and beat your first Tarochi master, to then escape and explore the entire world of Tarochi. And to do that, what you have to first jump into are battles with these apprentices. You can think of them as trainers, effectively. And when you're in the wild, encounters will happen randomly, and the monsters, will jump at you, and the battle just starts. But when you're in safe areas like towns, and you're dealing with apprentices or masters which you want to start battles with, you're gonna sign transactions, which I just pressed confirm right now, to then submit the game input, which gets posted on chain, and the battle starts, as you can see. Now, first thing you'll notice, there's a lot of new stuff going on here compared to the classical monster battle mechanics, but it's all pretty easy to jump in and get started in understanding. And so let's take a look step by step, and I think you'll get a hang of it really quick. So each monster, as you can see above and below, have a yellow bar which represents their speed. And so that's kind of the speed meter, the speed bar. Based off of the speed of the monster, determines which monster or opponent goes first or attacks in a given round. So in the first round, my Radio Might was faster than the Generok, and so in round 1, it is my turn. In round 2, as you can see, based off of the opponent's speed bar, they are going to be it's going to be the opponent's turn in round 2. Besides that, I'll kind of take this step by step, but at the core, as you can see, both the monsters have health and stamina, and so stamina is the blue bar underneath the health, and as you can see, I have 72 out of 72 HP, while the opponent has 76 out of 76 HP. My Radio Might is level 2, while the Generok is level 1. As in most games, as you level up your monster, the stats increase, and so I'm going to show off the basic battle phase, and then I'll, in the next round, explain how the attacking works and what front, mid, and back are. But just to show off, I actually chose 2 attacks, and specifically that is because, as you can see on the left-hand side, there is a 2 out of 2 right now on the chain link, and that represents the number of chain attacks that we can make in a single turn. And so for this, whenever you start a round and it's your turn, as you can see, your chain attack limit gets reset to 0. And as you choose attacks, it goes up 1. In the beginning of the game, everyone will start with a chain limit of 2, and by the end of the game, we will implement capabilities to actually increase that chain limit, to then make the gameplay deeper, more complex, and actually be able to chain lots of moves together to get really cool combos. With that said, you may have noticed that, in fact, not only can I use Radio Might, which is my front, but I can also use Spark Cell, which is my mid, and if I had a third monster, but at the beginning of the game, we don't have a third monster, you can use a back monster. And so your team, or your squad, in a battle is always composed of 1 to 3 monsters, where you have one that always is in the front, and potentially a mid, and potentially a back. Monsters in the front take all the damage from the opponent when they attack, and they uses the speed of the front monster to determine the speed bars. However, the mid monsters and the back monsters can have a completely unique moveset that you can use, but mid monsters only have 75% damage on whatever moves they use, and back monsters have only 50% damage. And so you have this strategic capability of building unique teams that then attack and use moves together, yet have these different trade-offs between front, mid, and back. And as you can see here, I used my Spark Cell M, so mid, with a Sunbeam, and when you use your mid or back monster, they swap in mid battle and attack the opponent. And likewise, opponents have just the same capability, whether that's in player versus environment, or apprentices or masters. And likewise, later on, once we implement PvP, we'll also have that same chain link based front, mid, back battle mechanics that allow you to create these really complex strategies and combos that really maximize the benefits of each unique monster that you add to your team. Lastly, you can always reset your chain. So say you choose a move and you weren't a big fan of it, obviously you can reset to get the exact chain that you think is perfect. But look at the moves themselves, excuse me, you can see that each move has a damage range, as you can see, 16 to 21. It tells you how much stamina it uses, and also it has a color or the type of the move. So in the case of Radiant Beam, Sunbeam, and Radiant Aura, all of these are yellow or electric type, and the plus stamina, which is like a default stamina regain, is a gray or neutral type. Of note, there are also potentially heals and other status-based effects or special effects besides damage, which then have unique either stamina usage or stamina gain in that case. And each move always has one of 5 types of either electric, water, fire, grass, or neutral. As you can see here, I missed my turn because I didn't submit a move. And so based off of that, my Radiomite luckily was fast enough. And so now I get to progress into the next round and submit my moves to now, finally beat the General. And I just want to show that off, that the round timer is important to keep track of. And this is especially in the future once we have PvP in place. You will, it'll be very key for you to be active and really, strategically on top of making sure that you, submit your moves, get your strategies and combos out in time, because this is going to be really a dynamic but turn-based gameplay that really rewards the players who go in looking at building strong teams from the get-go, which have a really strong potentially either fast front unit or very tanky front unit, and then have a combination of unique mid and back units which either offer attack buffs, defensive buffs, debuffs on the opponent, damage over time, and unique combinations between your front, mid, and back monsters that combine into various different builds, either extremely focusing on health regen, being tanky, and trying to outlive your opponent, versus super high speed, super high damage, take out your opponent as fast as possible, to all different types of play styles and strategies in between those two ends. And so with that all said and done, over here, as you can see, this is, for now at least, the temporary spot where we have the Tarochi Master. And this is where you would, in this intro sequence to the game, which you will get to experience in the very near future with the up-and-coming Tarochi Alpha, you will get to, face a bunch of Tarochi apprentices initially, face your first Tarochi master, which is Morrigan, and then get out of the town and explore the entire world. I'm really excited to be showing this all off to you because this has been a ton of work, but we're making really solid progress, and we're really excited to be here pushing the bleeding edge of fully on-chain games, of autonomous worlds, and actually seeing just how far you can go with really good fundamentals in tech with Paima Engine, and then building step by step on top of that, and eventually bringing in crypto economic a crypto economic base and a stability for the economy of Tarochi, which will be live with the release of the game on public mainnet. And we're really excited to bring in lots of new innovations, a new spice to the monster battling genre, and we're really excited to be here with you building all of this out, and we're really excited to have the up and coming alpha, which I mentioned, probably within the next couple months, to be publicly available, which will allow you to fully, for free, experience Tarochi and this new entire genre of on-chain gaming with a global world that you, all your friends, and anyone you play with online will be able to jump right in, no upfront costs, all you need is a wallet, and just really experience where this technology is going. And if you see, as a developer, if you are one, the potential opportunities here at hand, just like what we're building with Tarochi, Paima Engine obviously is continuously being built, and if you are looking to build your own fully on-chain games, autonomous worlds, or anything in between, please get in contact with us. And in the near future, we're really looking forward to keep improving the documentation, making Paima Engine even easier to use, and really pushing Web3 gaming, autonomous worlds, and this entire vision of trustless gaming that's actually, not just stuck in this Web 2 world, and is not stuck just on, basic models for what, one single smart contract for an on-chain game, but actually an entire world that lives on forever with real assets that actually map onto in-game state of monsters, of in-game gold, and so forth, and have that all put together into a full game that's fully packed with a proper game experience that you would actually expect to play in a real video game, and that's not just a DeFi dApp with a different skin on top. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions about Tarochi specifically, about battles, how does the front, mid, back model work, if there's any unique trade-offs or any cool ideas that you'd like to also recommend for us to add into the game, we're more than happy to hear all your feedback, and we're really looking forward to have that alpha out in the near future, and then get more detailed feedback as you and the entire Paima community get a real taste of Tarochi, and we can really iteratively make this a really solid project that highlights the future of Web3 gaming and autonomous worlds. So, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to jump to our Discord. Links will be down below, and have a great day.